And we're live. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. I'm feeling right. Oh, what a night.
Come on.
Hey, is that how the song go? I can't remember.
Right.
Oh,
Something like
yes, it's
that. Yeah, you
ladies'
good.
night. Let's go.
Oh, what a night.
Okay, so I'm going to make the intro a little longer because I swear by the time I start typing, it's like, and we're back. Hello, everybody. I am your host, Veronica. Welcome. Sanctity of life. Yes, where it goes down. We talk about any and everything right here on the T. And as you can see, it is ladies' night. I'm feeling right. Oh, what a night. Hey, it's ladies' night. And you all are looking so lovely, I must say. I have my girl Tori back with us tonight.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, keep the faith podcast. Listen, I'm trying to get myself together here. Keep the faith podcast. Let me give you some applause. Welcome back, Tori.
Thank
How are
you.
you feeling today?
I am wonderful.
Great. I have my girl Deanna back with us tonight.
Hi.
And making her first appearance on the T tonight is Sha'Nika Graham.
Thank y'all.
Yes.
Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Welcome.
So, as I share this to my page and tag you ladies, we got to rock to the beat for a second. Do I hear a little feedback? Do y'all hear feedback? Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Testing my mic 1 2 1 2. I'm here to entertain. Yeah, this means you don't need no help all by myself.
You got bars.
Bars.
Hey, do y'all know where that came from though? Come on now. Come on.
I'm a little younger than you. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Tori. Testing my mic.
I ain't old as you, remember?
What?
Your
What are
birthday
you
August.
talking about?
My birthday is in September.
Okay, so I got you about a few months. Okay, I got you. I got you. That sweet tea on the smooth tip. She was like a one-hit wonder, but I still love it. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, sweet tea, remember that? On the smooth tip. I love that song.
Yeah.
Well, guys, once again, welcome to Sanctity of Life. Here we talk about any and everything that's going on in a life. We pretty much talk about it right here. Yeah, see, Jamel, you knew exactly what I was talking about. Sweet tea. Yes, on the smooth tip.
Jamel, you telling your age.
Hey, watch it. Welcome everyone out there to the tea. We're going to be sipping tonight. And yes, it's ladies' night and we have an author joining us tonight. Recently published author, book of poetry. Yes, Sha'Nika Graham. Once again, put your hands together for Sha'Nika.
Hey, she knows
joining us.
Snap it up. I take snaps, claps.
Yeah,
anytime somebody knows it's me,
joining us on the tea tonight.
I take it.
Yes. Well, Sha'Nika, you're freezing up a little bit on us, but I think we can still hear you. Can you hear us? Uh-oh.
Yeah, can
Shanika?
you hear? Am I still
Okay.
here?
Yeah,
Yep.
you
Got
froze
you.
for a second.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Got you.
Okay.
All right. So your book is called I Hate Her, and the title in itself is just so powerful to me. And let me first say that it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and your book focuses on mental health,
Mhm.
love, and spirituality. Let's jump right into it, shall we? Sha'Nika, tell everyone how and where the passion for poetry came from, because you've been doing this for quite some time now. So let everyone know, how did you start out with this?
Okay. Yeah, the book I Hate Her was very personal for me. I started writing in high school initially. I started journaling in high school. When I was like 15, my family dynamic was changing. I was going through those awkward years and I had a lot of anger. And so my bonus dad told me I need to find a way to get that anger out. So I started keeping a journal. And he told me he said you should just write. And I was like, I don't want to write. Like I want to hit some, but he was like, you'll feel better. And the more I wrote, the freer I felt.
Mm-hmm.
So it turned into poetry kind of by accident. I was on Christmas break one year and I was bored. I had writer's block with my journaling for some reason. Nothing sounded right. So I just started playing around with words and it just grew from there. But this is to say I've been doing this so long. This is my first book. This is my baby. I've been sitting on this book and I've been getting fussed at about sitting on my talent, sitting on
Mm-hmm.
like I have notebooks and notebooks full of stuff, but it was so personal for me. I had to heal or start healing before I could present this book to the world.
Right. And when I say the title out loud and, to myself, I think about me, because that's the younger Veronica. Like, I hate me. Like, how many mistakes I made, the bad choices I made, the selfish decisions I made. And it's like, I hate her. The old Veronica, the young Veronica. And hate is such a strong word, but it is what it is. And we grow up and we learn from our past mistakes. But that in itself, with I hate her. I mean, how many of us can look back at our past and be like, gosh, I hate who I was? Not necessarily saying that I was this bad,
Yes.
evil person, but like things that
Right.
I like, as far as anger, as far as doing things that I knew better about, and I did it anyway. I hate her. That is just that's just so powerful in itself. Go ahead,
The
Shanika.
title the title came from when I was going through so much and kind of like you, my younger self, I was mad. I was angry at me for
Mm-hmm.
things or how I let people affect me or things affect me. And her, when I talk about her, that's who I was. Her is a little bit of her is for every woman or even person. It doesn't have to be a woman,
Yeah.
but it's for every person who has ever struggled with. I struggled with so that I was struggling with it. I mean, self-esteem, mental illness, daddy issues
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
was
you already
broken
know this is
inside.
this is this is this the tea is live, and you know how things go, internet service and all that. So just bear with us. We hear you, Shanika, but it's just you keep freezing up a little on us, but just keep talking, girl. You good?
Okay, okay, but
But
yeah, it was just
yeah,
so many issues, and oh, I'm sorry,
no,
it
you
was so
good.
many issues, and I had to. I said, what? How can I get this out so that I could probably help another person who might be struggling with self-image, who might be struggling with their faith,
Mhm.
relationships, daddy issues, all these things. And so the book takes you on a journey. So in the beginning, she hates who she is and
Mm,
she doesn't like what she sees and she struggles. And then just it takes you on a journey and basically she comes full circle. So that's why the acronym HER is healing, evolving, rebirth.
Yeah.
Because the person you hated should die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to forget that person who we once was. That
For
person
me,
who we don't. Go ahead, Sha'Nika. Sorry. See, I be thinking you taking breaks, but I keep forgetting that you're freezing.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Yeah, but I do get what you're saying. We lost Sha'Nika.
Yeah.
She'll be back. But I do get what she's saying about, we have to lose that old person who we once was. You know what I'm saying? We have to find the new Veronica, the new Tori, the new Deanna, who we once did not like. That's why I say that title in itself is so powerful. I hate her. Like, I definitely can relate to that because I definitely don't want to go back to the old Veronica I once was. I don't know about you ladies, but I definitely don't want to go back. Like I'm saying, I wasn't a terrible person, but I was not the person where I am today. Doing things that was not right, saying things, being ugly, having anger, all of that stuff. I had to free myself from, and I can't admit that I love this new Veronica. Hello.
Yes, honey. Say so.
Give myself an applause. So how do you ladies feel about that? Tori, I know you big on poetry.
Yes, I am. I'm a poet as well. When you were talking about the younger version of yourself, for me, I was never. No, I take that back. Probably elementary, I wasn't the nicest person in elementary school. But once I went on to middle school and high school, my mindset started to change. But I've been through some things personally that kind of made me put up walls. Mm-hmm. So I would isolate myself and not be around people. So what I would do, because of some of the heartache and pain I've had to experience and endure, I never wanted people to feel the pain and turmoil that I've had to endure. So what I would do is just shower people with love, and I still do that. Yeah. But for me, my younger version of myself, I was doing it as a coping mechanism. I was doing it because I didn't want people to feel what I felt with the pain. I wanted people to feel love because I wasn't feeling love. I wasn't feeling appreciated. I wasn't feeling like I was enough. So I wanted to make sure other people knew that they were loved, make sure that they knew that they were appreciated, and make sure they know that they are enough. And I pour into people a lot now. But what I'm realizing now with the Tori I am now, I poured so much into other people, so much to the point where I did not have anything left for myself. I was depleted. And then I remember thinking that I was being too nice, but I had a pastor tell me, you're not being too nice. Sometimes you're being nice to the wrong people, because the right people will receive what you have to give. So I'm learning now to walk in a sense of discernment and knowing who is going to receive it. Not everybody is going to receive what you have to give, and you have to be okay with that. But you always remain true to who you are. Be unapologetically who you are. Be true, your true authentic self. And those who really know me know how I am. I'm a giver by nature. It's hard for me, which I'm working on. It's hard for me to receive. I'm a giver. And another thing for me, being overly giving sometimes, like I said, was a coping mechanism. It was like putting on a mask so people would not see how I truly was feeling. Like I could be falling apart, but I'm smiling. Right. You'll never know it.
Right.
Because I'm a very private person. I never discuss, anything, what I may be experiencing or whatever, but I just smile all the time. And but I've learned that sometimes, I'm learning now that sometimes you have to tell your story, because the things that we go through is not for us. Our testimony is going to bless someone else. So we don't go through it for ourselves. We go through it for somebody else. Somebody is going to be blessed by your testimony. So I say, when you're comfortable, different things we go through, sometimes you have to share your story. It's going to free somebody.
Mm-hmm. And we talk about that a lot, Tori.
Yeah.
As you and I, we're very private, and we love to keep stuff to ourselves. Like, if we're going through something, you will not know it unless we, share it with you, because I'm always going to have a smile on my face, because I feel like it's not everyone's business to know what's going on. If I have an issue today, I'll come on this tea and be like, testing. I'm like, 1, 2, 1, 2. Like, I open up. Like, you would never know if I'm having some issues. But that's, and it is true that your testimony will bless other people. So we definitely got to keep that in mind. Things that we want to keep to ourselves can also be a blessing to others as well. Deanna? Oh yeah, Deanna, you are lagging.
I'm loving the title. Loving, because my mind just went somewhere else when I heard it. But I wouldn't necessarily say that there was a time in my life where I would use the word hate who I was. But I do like the evolution that I've made. Oftentimes being the stronger, or perceived as the stronger person, people, they place unrealistic expectations on you. And people kind of use you as a garbage can because you're perceived as stronger, to kind of dump their mess on. So I would say to my younger self, you're not a garbage can. You can't carry the weight of the world and your weight. And like Tori, I would say to myself, Deanna, you can't pour from an empty vessel, because you have nothing to pour out and you have nobody pouring into you. So I think back, and there are a lot of things I would definitely absolutely change, but I always have to remind myself, Deanna, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Like Veronica and Tori, and I'm sure you too, Sha'Nika, very private, don't like to share what I'm going through, don't like to share what I'm dealing with. But a few years ago, I was dealing with some things, and I literally heard the Spirit of God say, take the mask off. Like, I almost heard it like an audible voice, and I didn't know what it meant. I had no idea, but I knew it was the voice of God because I spent time. And it wasn't until years later, after I experienced some things, that I felt comfortable sharing my story. So I knew that layer by layer, I was taking that mask off. And once I started to open up about certain things and let people in, it opened the door for dialogue to take place, and for you to realize, like, hey, you are not alone. You are not going through this by yourself. Somebody else needed to hear what you had to say. And so now, I don't mind sharing my story. Lots of things I still haven't shared, but I don't mind sharing my story because, like you said, it wasn't for me. It isn't for me. It's for you. But you have to get to the place where, or you feel released to tell your story, because sharing stuff prematurely, that can cause for some backlash, or some things that may cause you to go backwards in your healing process. So just make sure that it's your story, you're ready to share at your own pace. Nobody else can force you, and in your own way. And people just have to accept that nobody has the right to tell you how to feel. Nobody has the right to tell you what you experience. It is your story. Your feelings are yours. You own it. You share it. You live it. And, you just kind of get on through.
Yeah. And, one thing that you did say that is so true, that, just when you're going through your storm, someone else is going through that same storm. It may not be the exact same thing, but just know that you're not alone, and it's going to be okay. And that's what we have to realize. We go through our storm, and you have to have faith, knowing that God is working it out for you. That's, and I go back to say, that's why I'm so blessed to have the platform that I have when it comes to the radio station, the gospel station. That's just like, not too long ago, just getting ready to go live on the T, I got an inbox from someone saying that my message today on the radio was so powerful and it helped her through whatever situation she was going through today. That's what I get a lot of, and I thank God for my blessing. I thank God for the move that He put me, the journey that He put me on, and taking me to the gospel station. Like, I'm so grateful because I am touching people, and I always say, not only do I say encouraging words to them, but I have to lift myself up sometimes as well. Sha'Nika, we want to get back to your book.
Okay.
I Hate Her.
Yeah.
And you say it really touches on mental health, love, and spirituality. Let's talk about that for a second.
Well, the book itself, and it is funny that y'all kept saying, take the mask off, because in the book there are 3 poems about a mask. The woman behind the mask, and then in the last chapter it's called Unmasked. So, I had to, like I said, this was a personal, so a little bit of her is me. Actually, a lot of her is me. And that was part of the reason why it took me so long to release this book. Because I was like, oh, well, what's this person going to think? Or what's it? I can't. I can't heal like that. I can't heal worrying about how somebody else is going to feel about me healing.
Yes.
So, it was so many things that I had to work through emotionally. So when I reread this stuff, it takes me back to that place. But sometimes that's a good thing. So whoever reads this book, I want them to kind of feel a little bit of what I went through so that it can help them grow. So it touches on 4 main issues, really. The mental health aspect, dealing with depression, self-image, those kind of things. And then it goes into daddy issues, and then love, and then faith.
All important.
All important, and all those are things that as women affect us, whether negatively or positively. So as a little girl or growing up, usually if your father is in your life, that's who you emulate. That's who you want. That's your first real example. Or any man in your life, any father figures or anything like that. But when it's not what you envision, your image is different than what you see your friends getting or everybody else getting. Or if you look at who you are and you think, oh, she's prettier than me, or they always want women to compete with each other when really it's a sisterhood. And so battling self-image for a long time, that's where I started. So I felt like I had to start with that. But I feel like this book is going to help a lot of people. I pray it does. When I wrote it and published it, that was my goal. It wasn't about financial gain or anything like that. I mean, money is nice, but it was more so, can I help somebody? Can I save somebody who might feel like I don't want to live no more, or I don't have faith in God no more, or my daddy don't love me, my family hates me, anything, just anything. And that's what I wanted to be, just be a voice for somebody who was too scared to speak up.
And that's where your blessings come from. You don't worry about the financial side of things. It's all about helping others, sharing your story, sharing your testimony, so that others won't feel alone, and they know that they're not alone going through whatever the issues that they're going through. There's people out there just like me. You know what I'm saying? You look in the mirror and you be like, oh, I don't like who I see. I feel this way. I feel that way.
Right.
But just imagine, not only is there other people out there just like you, there's other people out there that's way worse than what you're going through, way worse off than what you're going through. So, it's a lot of times we be like, well, how can we count our blessings, because I'm going through this? How can I thank God for somebody didn't wake up this morning?
Right.
a family is grieving right now from the loss of a loved one. They're way off worse than you. So we just
Right.
need to, count our blessings daily.
Right.
So I want to open up the phone lines.
Um,
I'm just gonna give the number right
mhm.
quick for you. The phone lines are
Okay.
open if you guys would like to call in. 843-481-0533, 843-481-0533. We're talking to Sha'Nika Graham, poet, author, the new book, I Hate Her. Mental health is so real out here. And there's so many people that are going through, the pandemic, on top of issues that they already had. If you want to share your story, call in 843-481-0533, 843-481-0533. We would love to hear from you. If you have questions for Sha'Nika or any of us on the panel, please don't hesitate to call in. All right, go ahead, Deanna.
I feel like my internet is lagging. So am I kind of, is it
It
lagging
is
to you all?
it's lagging a little, but you're
Okay.
good.
Okay. I just want to say, as people, believers, Christians or whatever, we allow people to make us feel like we shouldn't have feelings. We should just believe that God is going to take care of it. You're blessed and highly favored, and it'll get better, or you shouldn't feel that way. I know that that's a myth because we are human and we experience feelings and we experience emotions, and nobody has the right to nullify what we feel. So I think it's important for us to know that it's normal to feel disappointment. It's normal to feel hurt. It's normal to feel shame. It's normal to feel embarrassment. You experience those things and you're going to experience those things, but you don't have to live in that. So I just
Right.
wanted to remind people that it's okay to feel what you feel, and don't let anybody tell you, oh, it'll be all right. Oh, stop complaining. Oh, God is good. And he's all of those things. We know that it'll be
Awesome.
okay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel what I feel, and people don't get help because they're not taught to acknowledge those feelings. They're taught to suppress them and just use the name of God to cover it all up.
Right.
No, he put people in place to help us deal with these things. So
That's
we
it.
should seek help because trauma is trauma, no matter where it comes from.
Right.
So it's okay to experience emotions and feelings and thoughts
Yeah.
and to say, I'm not okay today.
Right.
I'm struggling today. I need help today. It's
Mhm.
okay to experience those things, and don't let, people push us in a corner or make us feel like we should push it down or not say anything, and feel shame for even experiencing what we're experiencing because other people got it worse and we shouldn't complain because God is good. No, you're human.
You're human.
You're
Exactly.
human. Yeah.
You're human. Mr. Sammy says, good evening, ladies. This is a very important topic because a lot of people are dealing with stuff alone. Yes. A lot of
Right.
people try to deal with
Yeah.
things on their own, and sometimes it's just too much. And then, you sit back and you wait until it gets like out of control and you start
Yeah.
thinking all these horrible things and things you want to
Thoughts.
do to
Right.
yourself, and it shouldn't get to that point. Reach out for help. Reach out for help. That's why God placed these people.
It's be it's because
Oh, I'm
we
sorry. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead, Deanna. I'm sorry.
We never
Deanna.
get to the root of things. It's like a tree. We're just cutting off the leaves and cutting off the branches, and it continues to grow and it continues to flourish because we never get to the roots. No, you have
Right.
to cut it off at the root, because until you deal with that root, it's going to continue to sprout. And once you cut off a little branch, you feel like, oh, I'm good. And yeah, you may be for a little while. But like you said, we think it's relationships. No, we never dealt with daddy issues.
Right.
We never dealt with the person in the mirror. So we're mad at her because we're mad at ourselves. We don't like
Exactly.
her, meaning another person, because we don't like ourselves. We have to get to the root of where this pain, where this trauma, where these feelings first started. And if we're honest, a lot of it initiated with our parents.
Mm-hmm. Because with your parents, they're from a different time, so their definition of what we diagnose as depression or anxiety and all these different things is labeled as lazy or defiant or all these things. If I can be transparent for a moment,
Sure.
I deal with anxiety and depression, and I realized that I was using humor as a coping mechanism for the pain that I was feeling. So my mask was I can make other people laugh, even though I'm crying inside or I'm not whole inside. I can make somebody else's day better. So I spent my time making people laugh or trying to be a joy to somebody else because I wasn't feeling joy within. And so when I got diagnosed with depression, I didn't understand it. So all these times when people try to put you in a box and you can't put mental illness in a box. Because, yeah, I might be okay today, but I might not be in the morning when I wake up.
Right.
And it's like you never know. So you just have to be prepared to deal with whatever the day brings you. But no, sis, no, bruh, go to therapy. It's okay because everything, as much as you pray and ask God to heal you and you have to get that out of you because you can pray about it, but in the back or somewhere in the back of your mind, you're still holding on to everything that you just prayed about.
Right. Yes.
Mental illness can't be prayed away. I can't pray my depression away because believe me, I have tried. I had to go to therapy. And in my opinion, therapy is lit. Okay, and I'm an advocate for therapy because I feel so much better now. Like the way I feel now since I started going to therapy, like the Sha'Nika that y'all are talking to right now was not the Sha'Nika in January. Like it wasn't. And so I had to learn to be comfortable with me. And that meant not letting anybody interrupt my peace. I don't care who it is.
Healthy boundaries.
I don't care who it is. Family.
Peace. Yes, sister.
So
Boundaries.
I need my peace.
I mean, you can still, I'ma love you, but I'ma love you from the house over here. I'ma love you from over here. You going on now. Let me get country on y'all for a minute. You going on.
Okay.
Going on.
But you know what? You said something that's so powerful because, you know, we pray and ask God to deliver us from things, but God need our help as well. Like, okay, we praying, but what are you doing on your end? God got him. He's going to take care of his end, but he needs a little push from you as well to do your part. You know what I'm saying? We just can't sit and just wait like, oh, I pray, so I'm going to wait now on God.
The prayer is the alley-oop. You got to catch it. Prayer is the alley-oop. You got to slam it.
Yeah.
You got to take that prayer.
We don't use the resources.
Wait, say that again, Deanna.
Yeah. I'm lagging, so sometimes I seem like I'm jumping in while y'all are talking, but on my end it's quiet. But we don't utilize the resources that he has put here for us to use. I mean, who's sick and don't go to the doctor? Well, I'm sure and I'm not saying God cannot supernaturally do some things, because I believe I've seen him supernaturally do some things. Yeah. But wait, like my pastor said, does not mean you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs. You have to do something. Get up and go to therapy, like she said. You know, go to your doctor, figure out what your diagnosis is. And I'm a firm believer, if it has a name, then you can call it out and you know what to pray against. You don't know what to pray against because it doesn't have a name. So once you go get your diagnosis and you got that name, since you know we're all spiritual or whatever, you can rebuke depression. You can pray to God to deliver you from anxiety because it has a name. Yeah. But when you don't know what's wrong with me, I just know I'm having these feelings and these thoughts and it shouldn't be. What's wrong with me? You know, it can drive you crazy.
Why do I feel like I need some church bells? Like
we need a little organ.
I just feel like
a little organ.
Tori.
Oh gosh.
Need for you to jump in and speak on this because you know you're very spiritual and we've talked about this several times about how you have to call the name. like Deanna was saying,
The
you have
name.
to call out the
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
So
Deanna really touched on, basically said it all, and Sha'Nika basically said it all already. It's just that, you know, a lot of time the stigma, in especially in the Black community, is that we don't go to therapy. We feel as though we can pray about everything, but therapy, I'm an advocate as well for therapy, because therapy is what helped me get to where I am. Therapy and, you know, prayers, fasting and praying. I have a wonderful church family, the people that support me, pray for me, love on me. And because I wasn't used to it, you know, sometimes we're so used to the dysfunction that when people truly love on you and genuine, you be like, when the shoe gonna drop? When it gonna
right.
change?
What you up to?
Yeah,
Right.
but you know, because I was so used to the dysfunction, I wasn't able to fully accept the love until this one particular lady at church just pulled me into the side after church one day, and she said, "Tori, you're so beautiful. We really love you." And I could not say anything. I just started crying because I'm not used to that. I'm used to being people tearing me down. And I just cried. She's like, we really love you. You're very special. And, you know, we're so glad that you are a part of our family now. So I'm learning now that everything that I was giving, all the love and support that I was giving to other people, I'm learning. I'm not there yet, but I'm learning to receive. I'm learning to receive it.
Yeah. Right.
It's a process. It's a process for me. It really is. But just like Deanna and Sha'Nika said, advocate for therapy. Therapy helps. Praying is good, but therapy, it's to the point where sometimes mentally therapy is necessary.
Yeah.
Because my thing was, I had an issue with isolating a lot. I was shut down a lot, isolated. I would turn my phone off, log out of Facebook. Because like when I came back to Facebook, 2019, prior to that, I periodically would take breaks from Facebook. And the last time I took that break,
3 years.
I was off for 3 years.
Wow.
3 years, like my 30 days, normally periodically I take a break for like 30 to 60 days. But that last break, that 30 days turned into 3 years. And I didn't return until 3 years later. And so now I learned how to limit myself on social media. Like I'm on social media now for a purpose. Like if it's not purpose filled, then I'm not on social media. I may log on in the morning to wish people happy birthday, anniversary, but I'm just not on social media strolling before. And then to know the difference now, the way I know that I'm on my other side of the healing is before that I was on Facebook. You know how a lot of times when I would go through things, I would post all these pictures of smiling. Y'all, I was falling apart. But I'm just
right,
and just
faking
falling
for the
apart.
faking
But
for the
now,
social.
when I post pictures now, it's authentic. But before, when I was on, it wasn't real. That smile was not real. I was broken.
And you know what? That's going back to something that Sha'Nika said when it came to her comedy. You're trying to cover up what you're going through, what you're dealing with. Right. You know, we find all these resources to cover up things instead of just facing that issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's something that, you know, people have to overcome. Stop covering up and deal with it, because the more you cover it up, it's not like it's going anywhere. It's just you just covering it up for that moment.
Right.
You still have to face it. You still have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Because when you sweep it on the rug and you don't deal with it, what happens is it piles up. You start tripping over everything that you're covering up. Right. So you have to deal with every issue. You got to feel whatever you need to feel. If you need to yell and scream, if you got to cry, you have to do what is necessary. I mean, there's times where, like, I had a family member to pass away, and I was dealing with it. I don't deal with death well, but it's just like one time I went out to the cemetery and I had to just yell out, just literally scream. And when I did that, it was like a release for me. After I did that, scream, yell, felt what I needed to feel, I was fine. So you have to deal with your issues. You have to deal with your stuff and feel what you need to feel and release it and let it go. Right. And of course, you're going to have those moments. You're going to have things, people, places that may trigger you, but you have to recognize what your triggers are and set up necessary boundaries. So I know that certain people I can't talk to, that's going to trigger me. I know certain areas I can't go because it's going to trigger me. I know certain music I can't listen to because it's going to trigger me. I know now I'm easy to recognize my triggers. So I know what, the necessary boundaries I have to set up. So like I said, I'm on the other side of my healing. I'm not completely healed, but I'm getting there.
Right.
So it's so important to know those triggers. Oh my God.
Yes, very important. Deanna?
Yeah.
You were saying something?
There are a couple of things I want to say. I want to say sometimes we're so spirit. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we're so spiritual, but if we're all just being honest, when we go through stuff, sometimes we get angry at God and our mind can't comprehend why, why is he allowing me to go through this or to deal with this or to deal with that? So, when you're trying to comprehend what you're going through and, you're dealing with God and all these things, I said that to say therapy can help you kind of compartmentalize things like that. And I also want to say a lot of times when I was dealing with stuff and once I got to a place where I felt like I was good, I thought my healing was over. But healing is ongoing. It is progressive. You don't just get to a stage sometimes and feel like I'm good, I'm healed. You may feel like that, but it's not always like that. You're in the process continually because when something triggers you, it takes you all the way back.
Right. That's why you have,
it's ongoing.
Yeah. That's why you have to stay prayed up, man. You have to stay prayed up. Sha'Nika, we want to get back to your book. Do you have it in front of you?
Is Sha'Nika freeze?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Veronica. I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Do you have a copy of your book in front of you?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. You're
I don't
freezing.
yet. Well, not a hard copy, but I have like my transcript.
Oh, okay. Would you like to read a little something for us?
Yeah. Do y'all have a request? Any type of poem y'all want to hear?
Well, I'm quite sure it's all greatness in there.
Share, give y'all a little. Don't I gotta learn how to take compliments. Don't hype me up now. Don't hype me up. But, yeah, I had and this is genuine humor this time, y'all. Like I'm in such a good place. Like, oh my God. But yeah, I didn't I have my transcript in front of me. If y'all want to hear something,
yes,
just bear with me while I pull it up real quick.
Okay, no problem.
This will be
we get a little beat going.
Sneak peek for y'all.
Okay. And Veronica, if you don't mind, once she shares hers, I'll share a piece as well. But you got to have some music.
Of course.
You got to have some porch music.
Oh, porch music. Let me.
Yeah, this twerking music right here. I'm about to start twerking.
Oh. Wait, was that portrait music?
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Oh.
But let me know when y'all ready.
That was back that thing up. Let me see what I got.
I don't need nothing if you don't know.
That'll work for you too, right? All right. So we'll start with Sha'Nika. She don't need any music.
I'm just
It's just that good.
Let me just don't y'all do it now. I told y'all. Okay, so I feel like since we've been talking about the book, I will read y'all the part 1 of the title, I Hate Her. So this is I Hate Her, part 1. I hate her because she's so insecure, no confidence whatsoever. Her biggest obstacle is herself, I'm sure. Why can't she keep it together? Maybe because the course of life has veered her off her path. One broken heart, one lowly soul, but I'm no good at math. Because I can't divide time to try and understand how I can see her falling, but her heart can't stand the pressures of this world. What's wrong with this girl? I hate her. Because she doesn't see the beauty that she possesses, she hides from herself on a daily basis. She's unaware that life is a lesson and that God created her as the perfect blessing. I hate her because I see her dying inside and I can't grip her hand to save her from her demise. My eyes well up with tears and I know she's falling because of her fears. I hate her. She's afraid to look in the mirror because she'll see her protect her battle. I hope she's ready.
Oh man,
Right.
it was getting so good.
Good stuff.
No.
Look at the devil.
I ain't girl.
Y'all know we blame the
Can y'all
devil
hear
for
me?
everything.
Everything. He did it.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just go back a couple bars. All right.
Okay.
Nobody can save her. No need for protection. It's her battle. I hope she's ready for war. It's harder than anything she's ever done before. I hate her because every tear she cries rolls down my face, and every imperfection I have to embrace. Face the cold world with my feet planted. I gotta pick her up so I can keep standing. If she died, I would die too because I deal with everything she goes through. I hate her. That's plain to see. I hate her because she's me.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
Listen.
Now let me just
Shanika,
tell
let me
y'all
ask
real
you a
quick.
question. Did you perform that at Soleil before?
I was at Soleil before. I didn't do that one. I
Because I
did a
think
daddy.
I've seen you perform at Soleil before.
That was
You
so
might have did,
powerful.
and I just started, the panoramic, excuse me, the pandemic,
Yeah.
um, the pandemic. I just started getting back on because I really get bad stage fright, so I was
Yeah.
trying to put myself back out there, and that was like, I did one. The AKAs had an event, and I did one, and then I did another one for like an open mic night type thing.
Okay.
But
Listen.
I don't even remember what I did. I be about to faint sometimes when I be up there, so I don't even remember what I
But
did.
that's so
Okay.
good. That is
Thank you.
that's some good material right there. Like,
Yeah.
man, listen. And it's
Yeah.
so deep and it's so true and it's so what
That,
so
that
many
is.
people go through.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
y'all.
Right.
Er,
Right.
Listen, let them use you.
Thank y'all. I appreciate that, y'all. I like to see how people react to what I write, so I can know. Like sometimes I'm like, keep it, don't keep it. I
No,
mean,
that was good. That was
it's
very, like
kept. This
Veronica
one's
said, it was
kept.
very powerful.
Yeah,
Very
this one's
powerful.
kept regardless, but it's kept. But I was just. So I
Child.
appreciate that, y'all, so much. Thank y'all for letting me share.
You're
Oh, you're welcome.
welcome.
I hate her. That is very powerful. Now, Sha'Nika, when will the book be available and where can people purchase the book?
Okay, so and it's funny because when I sent the email today, I was actually prepared.
Yes.
I'm gonna do like a official announcement tomorrow,
Oh, okay.
actually. So the book is actually available and ready for purchase on Amazon.
Wait a minute, wait a
And
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Rewind that. So, are we getting the exclusive right here on the T? Are you making the announcement tonight
On the
where they can get
T.
the book?
yes, this is okay. Okay, so let me just start by explaining the reason why I waited, the significance. Um, the reason I wanted to announce it tomorrow is because I dedicated my book to my grandmother who passed away, and her birthday is tomorrow. So I thought it would be the perfect time. But yes, y'all are getting in this book because I didn't. When I emailed this morning, I was like, oh yeah, well we'll probably, they might get me in. I don't know what time, they gonna get me in. Maybe they can get me in a couple of weeks. I get on the calendar. She's like, can you do tonight? Well, sure.
Hey,
Sure.
listen.
Push my hair appointment up and everything because I was like, oh, I'm going on the T. Oh, me and Shirley. Y'all get into Shirley. I didn't even introduce y'all. Where my manners? Hey Shirley, get into Shirley,
Get
y'all.
get into Shirley. Get into Shirley.
Hey.
Well,
But yeah, so
listen.
tomorrow, actually tonight, if y'all want to, you definitely I'll have an official link tomorrow, hopefully. But or you can purchase on Amazon or directly through me. I'm Sha'Nika Graham on Facebook, also Poetic Arrogance on Facebook. I have a page. I would love for everybody to go and like my page, follow me and everything. There's going to be more content, a lot of things coming soon for the brand. We more than poetry over here, but that's my baby, and I'm just so excited. I hate her. May 7th, 2021.
May 7th, baby. May 7th.
Yeah.
It's going
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yes.
Y'all, I don't know how. I've been feeling,
That's
I've been butterflies. I don't know what this is all week. I just been trying to get this done, and I'm just so grateful for my support system and my family, my friends, my husband, just everybody who's been in my corner. Like I said, I know Veronica since forever.
Right.
And I thank you so much. And Deanna, I feel like I know you. Tori, it was nice to meet you. But Deanna, I feel like I know you. Well, like I went to school with you. You were a little bit older than me, but I think we went to Dogtown. Did you go to Dogtown?
She lagging.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But this ain't even what this about. I'm sitting here trying to have a reunion.
It's all good.
Let me go into Auntie tab. Stay focused.
Okay. Stay focused.
But yeah, so tomorrow is the big day. I'm super excited. I hope that everybody will purchase a book. You can buy, like I said, directly from me or Amazon. You know, I got a lot of seasoned saints friends. They already told me we're not getting on no Amazon, so I was like, I got you.
Right.
So whatever they need, you know, I just, like I said, I'm trying to get this book as in many hands as I can. Exactly. So if I got to go door to door like the vacuum salesman back in the day, and here go your book.
Listen, well, we all for it, and you know, you spoke about sisterhood earlier. Listen, it's all about support, man. It's all about support, and we got to support one another. If we don't support one another, no one is going to support us. So we have to have each other back, and we have to support each other. And once again, Sha'Nika's book is called I Hate Her. Available tomorrow. You heard it right here on the T first. Yes.
You gonna make sure you let them know first. Read the first.
Right here on the T, baby. Get the T. Get the book. Amazon tomorrow. I Hate Her. Only thing you have to do is just search for I Hate Her, and the book should pop up. Other things may pop up too, but you're looking for Sha'Nika Graham, book.
And it's a red cover. You can't miss it.
Red cover. Yeah. So guys, the ones that's viewing right now, the ones that's going to watch the replay, make sure you get out there and support this sister. Very powerful. So very, very powerful. This book is definitely going to help a lot of people, because a lot of people are going through things. A lot of people are, going through mental illness, going through depression. All of these things people are dealing with. And, a lot of times it's good to read other people's material and, get the understanding of what they going through, and it can help you out as well. So guys, I Hate Her. Available tomorrow. Amazon.
Yo, that's crazy. It still feels weird when people say it. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Hey, you big time now.
Let me tell you, I was in the hairdresser cutting up today. I was like, y'all better treat me better. Y'all just don't know who y'all dealing with in here.
Author.
I'd be like, I sold a book. Y'all better respect me.
That's right. New author right here. Put some respect on my name.
But I'm really humble though, and just grateful for the blessing that God gave me the ability to write. I didn't know it was gonna turn into what it did, but I'm so grateful. And this is like a whole new journey for me. So I'm excited to put myself out there a little more and kind of get over the fears and worrying about just doing me and enjoying it.
Right.
Now, Tori, you gonna give us a poem or?
Yes, come with it.
Out there by myself now.
Come with it.
Listen, the show is about promoting your book.
Oh,
but I'm a fellow poet.
But I believe I love to hear other people.
I will share just one. Just like I was telling you earlier, I was used to the dysfunction. So I pay attention to, and even now, the Tori I am now, I still pay attention to how the person's tone, how you speak to me, how you treat me. I observe a lot. It takes a lot for me to allow people to get close to me. So I'm an observer. So I'm real big on words. So I'm gonna share this piece. It's called Words. Words. Let me tell you about words. Words are spirits wrapped in sound. Words can change a mood from happy to sad, from joy to pain. Words can destroy, especially with the tone in the way that they are spoken. Words can lift you up or bring you down. Words can save your soul and bring you closer to the best version of yourself. Words can tear people apart or bring them closer together. Words can encourage, uplift, and inspire. Words can make you feel like you're not worthy, especially ugly and hateful words spoken by someone you love. Words can have you feeling invincible one minute and then have you feeling invisible the next. Words, there are so many words that can be said. Then there are words that need to be left unsaid. Words are necessary to get your point across. Words will let you know when it's time to give up or to let go of a person or a situation. Words will also let you know when you have had enough and when it's time to move on. Words can sometimes be unpredictable. Words can sometimes be said with or without a filter. Words can hurt a person, whether intentional or unintentional. Words can be spoken through silence. You will be surprised at what you hear from what a person does not say if only you pay attention. Words can change your entire perspective on life. Words can be damaging as well as healing. Words can be powerful or just plain useless. Words. What words are you speaking? Are you choosing your words carefully or are you using words recklessly? Words can speak life or death. I choose my words carefully. I am very careful of what I say and how I say it. I use words that will push you into your greatness and your destiny. I will speak life into you because I want to see you fulfill your God-given purpose. I believe in using words to manifest what you want in life before you actually have it. You see, I want to see everyone win, even if they don't want the same for me. Remember to use the right words in the right place at the right time for the right person. Words are everything. It's up to you to choose which words to use. Thank you.
Girl.
Tori, I like that part. I like that part when you say you want to see everybody win.
Listen.
I love that.
That is so powerful. Like,
Man.
words are, and you know, I had to learn that. Words hurt. And you know, it always seems like we hurt the people that love us the most with our words.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just like someone told me, because I said that before. It's like my son, I can just be like, and I just say these words and blah, 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 always getting on them. And they like, well, you do that to the people that love you, the ones that you know are going to stay by your side no matter what. The ones that's going to have your back no matter what. Those are the ones that we hurt. Those are the ones that we, have that tone and we speak those words, those mean words. But yeah, Tori, that was
good.
That was
Thank you.
Tori, when the book coming out?
right. That's another one that's another one that's sitting on her talent.
I don't judge. I don't judge. I don't judge nobody.
So we have a
we working on some.
The reason why I took my phone, because I don't take phone calls, but now I have to take phone calls because Tanky T is moving up. Yes. And we have phone call. Someone called in while you was reading yours, Tori. So let's get to the phone lines and see who's on the phone. Welcome to Tanky T of Life. Who this? Hello, caller. Caller. Did I lose him? Wait, just a second. Here it go.
Y'all hear me?
Here we go.
Yeah.
What's going on, caller? Who is this?
Yes. This is Big White. How y'all feeling?
Oh, good. Man. Come on, dude. Big J in the building.
Yes. All right. First of all, I want to tell y'all that, that poem that you gave was very powerful. And I want to elaborate on that. But before I elaborate on that, all four of you ladies have real shiny faces. I just want y'all to let y'all all know that.
You know,
If we wasn't live,
I'm about to hang up on him.
But
I love mine shining.
my question is tonight to all four ladies, I want to know what's the most powerful word that a man can tell you, and what's the most hurtful word a man can tell you. That's my question
Ooh.
to each one of y'all.
a plot twist always.
Oh man,
Oh, Lord.
it's kind of deep. Powerful word. Whoa. Let me see. A powerful word a man can tell me. And the most hateful word. The most hateful word, I'll start there, will probably be I hate you.
Wow. Well, there you
Make
go.
it plain.
I hate you. Like if a man tell me that he hate me, like it don't necessarily have to be in an argument. Like that would be worse if he just come out and say I hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that is hate is a very powerful word, and we have to be careful how we use it. I mean, really, if you're joking around and be like, girl, you know what, I hate you. But if you're serious with it and be like, you know what, I hate you. Like, I think that's devastating. Don't y'all think? I think hate is.
You got to be careful when people joke too, because when they joke, they really mean what they say. In a joke.
And let them be intoxicated.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
That's why I had to
powerful
stop
word.
talking, because I don't want nobody to think.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even if you didn't mean it like that.
Yeah. You have to be careful. You have to be careful what you say, because words are very powerful.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful and you know what, Lord, I thank you for the new Veronica, because Jesus, this mouth of mine was reckless at one point, and not as far as not cursing, but like sometimes I didn't take time to think. Like it was that first reaction was like, oh, you got this. You got these words that's going to come out of this mouth.
Right.
So I thank God for where he brought me from, because now I can honestly say that I take time and I think, hey, we ain't perfect, right? Hallelujah.
Nope.
Sometimes it slips out.
Yeah.
But I can say that I've come a long way from where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the most powerful word a man can say to me, when you say powerful,
it's hard to narrow it down,
Yeah, like, I mean, right now, I love when a brother say,
I
love what
uplifting words is.
most
The
uplifting.
most uplifting words.
I right now, I love when men say, I love what you're doing. This platform right here.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that a lot. I love what you're doing. I love your show. I love what you're doing. So that's uplifting coming from a male. That's uplifting to me. So that's one of the powerful uplifting things a man can say to me right now. I mean, because when you talk about looks and all of that stuff, man, come on.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't call that powerful. I'd just be like, thank you. Ladies, how do y'all feel about Victor's question? What is the most uplifting word a man can say to you, and what is the most hateful word, hateful thing a man can say?
For me, it's not about the word. I think the worst thing a man can do or say to me is nothing, like silence.
Ooh.
Especially if it's somebody that I care about, like silence. That speaks volumes for me.
Yeah.
So no, that's one of the worst things a man can say non-verbally to me.
Mm-hmm.
as far as the most uplifting thing he can say, again, for me, it's more of an action. If you supporting me, I'm all about, you can, now words sound nice, words are nice, but if your actions follow up those words, that mean more to me than what you can say.
Yeah. Right.
Vic, I hope that answered your question. Sorry.
Yeah. Because that was like
It did.
that was a good question, because we all was like
Yeah.
speechless, like, because
Yeah.
there's
I was
so many
like,
things that we
yeah.
can actually say that, what a man can say to us that is hateful, but I just feel like that word hate is a big deal. And like Deanna said, being silent,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we had this conversation before on the tea, like, I need for you to talk back to me. I
Yeah.
don't need for you to just be silent when I'm trying to have an honest conversation with you. Talk back to me, please. I don't care if you're not a talker. Say something.
Yeah.
Let me know how you're feeling about whatever we're talking about. Speak up, sir.
Right.
I'm a talker. I'm also a listener. So I mean, that's important. Tori, Sha'Nika, y'all want to
I was
elaborate on
just
that?
gonna say basically what Deanna said. I'm more of an observer. You can say one thing, and your actions gonna tell you the real is. You may say, "Oh, this," and say, "I'm gonna do this and do that," but your actions gonna tell it all.
Right.
Because you can flatter me, I'm not
But
flattered
Tori,
by your words. Your actions
Tori, I
gonna tell it
want to
all.
know. Tori, I want to know what's the most uplifting thing I can say to you, and the most hateful thing I can say to you.
Right.
That's the question.
Don't
You know,
get
Vic,
around the question.
That big.
Don't
You're
tell
not-
Victor.
No,
Don't
sir.
let Victor on this
Lord
one.
have mercy. The
Don't get
most
around that
hateful
question.
thing, Victor, is just for you to just flat out call me mean when I know I'm not mean spirited. The most uplifting thing is to say, Tori, you have such a beautiful spirit. Did that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We get somewhere.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
Get on my
Tori.
nerves.
That was good. Yes, but don't you hate when
So tell me the most hateful thing I can say to you.
that she's mean?
I said that. You did.
He don't listen.
Yeah, because she knows she's not a mean person. If a guy tell her that she's mean, like that would be.
Because I had someone tell me that I was mean, but the reason why.
Well, wait a minute. It's all about perspective now. If I think that you're mean, then you're mean. I don't want to get away from Sha'Nika's answer, but Tori, if somebody thinks that you're mean, then you're mean.
Victor, this person thought I was mean because men cannot handle rejection.
Mm.
What?
That's a
And
whole
then-
other
You're
topic.
1,000%
That's
right.
a whole
Hold
other
on.
cup of tea.
Hey,
Next
I
Tuesday.
wish it was a bell. Somebody ring the bell, please.
Hey, she got the applause going on.
Tori, I'm with you. I'm
Yeah.
with you. You right.
Wait a minute, Tori, say that again, please. Rewind that.
For the people in the back.
Men cannot handle rejection. So therefore, if you tell them no or you're not interested, they consider you mean. And I wasn't mean. I just simply said, I'm not interested. So you felt rejected. Oh, you mean? No, I'm not. You want me to lead you on and I don't want you?
Right.
Baby.
Bye. I don't want you. Goodbye.
Don't get me started, please. Sha'Nika.
But we don't have to be mean about it. There's a nice way of saying
Yo.
I don't want
They
you.
don't like it.
Go ahead, Victor.
Y'all get carried away. Sha'Nika, can you answer the question, please?
Well, for me, I think the most hurtful thing that someone can say is like a dismissive, anything dismissive. Like you dismiss my feelings, you be like, like it, or I don't know how to. What?
Big.
I love words. Like it's hard to put it into like. Don't devalue me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's any man. I don't care who you are. You know,
Yeah.
don't devalue me as a woman. Saying like, because men have a tendency to think because they're technically in the world they're up here and women are still fighting for position that they can just talk to us any kind of way that they want to, and when we clap back now we're angry, we're bitter, we're aggressive, we're all
Yeah.
these things.
Oh, you preaching.
You know what?
Don't dismiss my feelings and try to and cover it up as disrespect because I'm expressing myself. See, when a man expresses himself, oh, good job, dog. Way to stand up for yourself.
Right.
But when I expect, oh
Girl.
my gosh,
Angry.
she aggressive, she angry.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want the same respect that you're getting, so I'm gonna
Right.
fight for it. And I think the most profound thing or the best thing that somebody can say to me is, "I support you." Meaning that no matter what you're going through, because especially like I said with the mental illness, somebody who's in your corner saying, "I got you, you're good."
Yeah.
So that reassurance, because I did my love languages and words of affirmation really helped me. So I do like to hear actions are great, and like I agree with Tori and Deanna about that too.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I just need you to kind of, tell me, I got you, we good. So
I need to hear it.
That makes me feel, yeah, I need to hear it. So that's for me. Victor, did that answer your question?
Yep, it did. All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna ask one more question,
Uh-oh.
and as soon as I ask this question, I'm gonna hang up because I know it's gonna shake this whole panel.
Here
So
you
y'all
go.
ready for this question?
Yeah.
I want to make sure
Talk,
that everybody ready for this question.
We ready.
I swear I'm going to hang up as soon as I ask this question. Okay?
Oh, brace yourself.
Up.
Brace
Face it.
yourself, ladies. Brace yourself.
I'm going to hang up. All right. What gives the man the power over a woman? Is it the penis, the money, or the strength? Good night.
He said good night.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a whole nother box.
I missed the question. I was lagging.
What? You know what? He says, what gives the man the power over a woman? The penis, money, or what was the third one?
Strength.
Did he say strength?
It sounded like he said strength, I thought.
So what gives the man power over a woman?
Nothing.
I think that depends on the woman. Yeah.
That's a good question. Well, we all are here. Let's shit.
Vicky would say something crazy.
You know
And
what?
then hang up.
That's a good question though.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
a good question. Let's get into it. Like, I'm all for it.
Okay.
No, one part he could have left off. You know.
Well, we Lord Jesus. Wait a minute. Let me bring the church bells in.
Not the church bell.
Wait a minute. Let me get my bring this in for Tori. Jesus.
You're so silly, Veronica. Get on my nerves.
Tori tonight.
Listen, can we answer that question? What
Nothing is gonna give a man power over me. Nothing. You're not gonna have power over me. I'm not somebody you can own. You're not gonna have power over nothing that you can do to have power over me. No. I don't care about
such a strong.
I don't care about any of those things. Now, I would appreciate a man that would support me and build me up, and I can draw strength from him, but I'm not concerned about the other two things. But I would appreciate a man that's going to cover me, that's going to support me, that's going to encourage me, that's going to comfort me, and most important, is going to pray for me. Keep me lifted, pour into me just as much as I pour into you. I think it's a give and take. I pour into you, you pour back into me. And sometimes I might be on 80, one day he may be on 20, but we both gonna get to 100 together.
I know
And
that's
one day
right.
I may be on 20, he on 80. It's
Yeah.
all about us having each other's back, ride or die.
Well, listen, Sha'Nika, this is your first time on the T. And I know this show is all about your book, I Hate Her.
Yeah.
Available tomorrow, Amazon. Yes. But this is the T, and this is
Yeah.
where we switch topics.
That's cool. That's cool. Let me tell you, personally, I agree with Tori in a sense, but I think when women unintentionally give men power over them, they don't want to. It's like a subconscious thing. They do it
Mm-hmm.
without really realizing that they do so.
Exactly.
When you're in a relationship and two people are gelling and they become one, you guys feed off each other all the time. So sometimes you do need their strength, and I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because if I'm weak, I need you to be strong, just like I'm supposed to be strong for you when you're weak. So I think that's the most important thing. I mean, money, you make your own money. And the other thing, I mean, that's hey, you get it in how you get it in. That's your business. That's y'all business. But some women
Right.
do let that control them, and they confuse those feelings, that
Yeah.
temporary pleasure, as, oh, he loves me, or I'm satisfied, or he got me because
Girl.
the penis is bomb. Let's just be real with
Girl.
it, because the penis is bomb. But because we grown, so let me just put that out there. We grown, so I was just
Put
gonna
it
say
out
that.
there. That's
And
the T.
so I feel like, but they got a lot of women got a lot of options now. It's not like 30, 40 years ago when we had to rely on, to bring the check home and all that. No, we got our own direct deposit. They got plenty of toys on the market that, I mean, I don't. I'm just telling you what I
Yeah.
heard. and you can get your strength from within. So I mean, I'm not bashing men, because men are very important, especially our black
Yeah.
men. They are needed and they
Yeah.
are appreciated. But
Right.
I don't like the fact that we rely on a man for strength,
Mm-hmm.
or for other things. We have to find all those things. Like Deanna said, you get your strength from you.
Right.
Because what happened if he leave you, and then what?
You got to find that strength all over again.
Now you horny, broken, weak. Now what?
Oh Lord.
Weak.
I'm
Jesus.
sorry, y'all. Excuse me.
Oh no,
I'm
girl.
sorry,
This
Veronica.
listen.
Look, let me
This,
grab my frock.
this is the tea. This is where it goes down. And leave it to my
Piping hot,
co-host.
honey. Popping hot.
Leave it to my co-host Victor to come on here and start some mess.
That's why he know to hang up.
Right. Deanna, want to hear from you, dear?
First of all, I didn't hear the whole question because, like I said, I guess I'm having internet issues. But a real man don't want to have power over a woman.
Exactly.
So let's be clear on that part.
Thank you.
Yeah. They may not want it, but it does happen.
I mean, all things. Oh, definitely. I don't know. Like I don't understand. Now I have subconsciously, like Sha'Nika said, I feel like I have given a man power over me subconsciously, but honey, you wake up and you realize who you are. No. Right. Yeah, and I, like they said, I think you draw from each other. Like it's a give and take. So real men don't want to have power or dominate. They find the value in what the woman brings. So that part.
Exactly. I like that.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I love that part. The value. They're gonna find the value that you bring.
That was good. Like Sammy says,
because if we tell the truth, they can't do what we do.
Right.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah, leave it to Victor to come in and stir up some mess.
Hey.
But we can admit that, power is a strong word.
Yeah.
But let's be truth
Right.
about it. It is facts.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, you think about it. The sex good. Don't want to see them go.
Put his comment on the screen.
Money. You know, a lot of women feel like they can't go financially without a man.
Veronica, can you see his question?
Yeah.
The last comment. Can you put that on the screen?
Victor said it's not giving power over you. Women put that man first. I want to know, why do y'all do that? What's the reason? Yeah, that's the question. What's the reason of putting that man first? Is it
I don't do that.
Well,
penis
I mean,
strength?
what do
A
you
lot of
mean?
women do that,
Oh,
Tori.
okay.
A lot of women, if they in a really strong relationship, they have real strong feelings for this dude. Like, hey, a lot of women put men first before themselves. Let's be honest. You
I
may
think
not do it, Tori.
women put a lot of people before themselves,
Now
honestly.
that's
Not
facts.
just men.
Yes.
I think we put
family,
jobs,
church,
priorities, extracurricular activities. We are like, that's why I've been like, this year has really been about self-care for me, because, and that was like mental health, everything, because we're always our last priority.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to make sure everybody else is good.
Yeah.
Because we feel like, oh, if they good, I'm good. Especially if you got like kids, or you got, like me, I have a husband. If he good, I'm good. But no, at the end of the day, I'm like tired,
Right.
But you gotta, that same energy that you put into everybody else, you gotta put it into you. I don't know why women. I think some women who do that, who put me in for. I mean, if you're married, of course, your husband is supposed to, leave and cleave. He's supposed to be, God, your husband, so forth. But I feel like women who are weaker or weak-minded may give them that power, or put them first, like above any and everybody.
Yeah.
And I think it just, honestly, I think it depends on the woman.
Exactly.
And how she's wired and how she's operating,
And it's like Victor said, it's not giving power over you.
Yeah.
It's just you're putting them first.
Yeah.
It's not like controlling and he's got power over you. No, it's you think of him first before you do anything else. Like, does that make sense, Tori? Because you're looking like,
what? No, I'm looking like I don't do that.
You've never done that?
I ain't gonna say never. I'm in my 40s now. I did it probably in my college years, in my 20s, early 20s, but not now. I love me too much now.
Yeah. Right. I get that, Tori. I understand that. That's something I had to learn later in life too. I mean,
it's all about that self-love. I mean, once you know your worth, and you're definitely going to look at things different. You're definitely going to look at you're definitely looking at yourself in the mirror differently than you used to when you were younger, and knowing, the things that you've been through and learning from those past experiences and things like that. I mean, we've all, some of us have, grown up from that. But Sammy is saying, why are y'all avoiding Victor's question?
I thought we answered it.
I'm not avoiding the question.
I'm not avoiding it.
I mean, that was a really good question, though. Not giving them power.
Yeah.
But,
right.
Can I say this? Because I feel like I missed the whole portion because my internet was acting up.
Yeah.
But I think we confuse the term submissiveness with power or authority. But what men fail to realize, and I'm going to church with Tori, if you love your wife as Christ loved the church, then we don't mind submitting to you. That does not mean that I give you power over me for you to control me. That means that I trust your leadership. in my life. I trust you to lead our home and our family. I trust you to make decisions for us. But you, sir, do not control me nor have power over me. And like I said, if you're a real man, you won't want that power over me or any woman. So power, wrong word, Vic, I think.
And once again, it's not giving power over you. Let's go back to Victor's comment. It's not giving power over you. Women put that man first, and he wants to know, why do we do that? What's the reason? And here he goes again. Can a man be submissive and still lead the family? Please answer that honestly.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's what Tori said. It's the give and take. A good leader knows when to lead and when to fall back and let somebody else lead. It might be things that the woman is greater at or better at. So he'll take that step back. He doesn't lose his leadership ability or, his authority as the man of the family. It's just being a good leader, knowing when, hey, you're better at this, so let me just take a step back. So yeah.
I think, like Deanna was saying, I think submissiveness, like you said, people think control or being bossy or running somebody or no, but sometimes you have to submit to each other, honestly, if you're being honest about it, because yes, you can lead and the Bible says that the man after God, your husband, is supposed to lead you.
Right.
But sometimes, what if he can't lead? Because you have to think about those times, because when you take vows, for better or for worse. Well, when things get worse and circumstances change, because life happens.
Definitely.
And so I think that we have to realize that when life happens, the roles have to reverse sometimes, or the roles have to shift. So my question is, can a man be comfortable being submissive? Because men have egos, like a lot of men. I'm not speaking for all men because I don't know nothing about that, but I'm just saying the ego, if they're not in charge, sometimes some men feel like, they're emasculated in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some men are intimidated and don't want a woman to lead. So it all depends. I think there's such a broad, spectrum, because every situation is different. So I think personally it depends on the couple or the people that you're talking, because everybody's situation is different. So what works for me and my house may not work for you in your house, and that's cool. Right. But I feel like on the outside you need to be a united front together.
It definitely
power in prayer, honestly. That's where the power is anyway. Pray together to get through it, and then y'all can figure the rest of that out. But honestly, I think I do agree that a man can be submissive and lead the family, but he has to be comfortable in that role.
Right.
So the question is, can a man be comfortable in that role?
Right.
Wouldn't it be smart to let the person who's better at something do it at a given time?
Yeah. Why does it have to be?
Play your strengths.
Yeah. Okay.
Both can be submissive.
That's it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
all
men are not built to lead. Then that's the truth.
Right.
And that goes to me, it goes back to being unequally yoked, because if you're not built to lead, in my opinion, you should not be seeking a wife or a woman at all, because you should get yourself in position. Because when a man finds a woman, when he finds a wife, she's already a wife. So that means he should already be a husband in a position to lead. And if you're not in a position to lead, you should not be marrying, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's true. Wait a minute.
I like that, Deanna.
Woo. You hear crickets?
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So they done gone to bed.
I can take y'all to church sometime now.
I'm just saying.
Yes, sir.
Oh man,
that was good. Church,
the word have I hid in my heart.
But I feel like some people, and this might be way off, but I feel like you said, Deanna, like we're already wives, we already have that mindset. And if a man's not coming with that, and I think some people just get so engrossed in in the wedding day and the wedding, that they don't realize what goes into marriage, and that
Right.
you have to, when you're a wife, you don't take no days off from that, just like being a husband.
Uh,
That's a
Yeah.
full-time job.
well, not supposed to anyway.
Well, you come on here, somebody. Don't get me started now.
Hello.
You can, but I get what you're saying, Deanna. I agree wholeheartedly with that. Like, don't come over here trying to lead me, the blind lead the blind over here.
No.
Go
Right.
bye Ray Charles. Go.
Good night.
You running in the walls and stuff. I ain't got time. Where we going?
No. And then got a problem when I'm trying to lead us the right way. No.
Man, you taking over. Now you aggressive and
Yeah,
bossy.
get back in place. You're
Yeah.
falling out of line.
Yep.
And I think that's a lot of what's wrong with the homes. Even the homes that are not single parent homes, the homes with husband and wife, it's still out of order. It's an order to things. So men have to take their place. Women have to take their place. So if you're not in position, then somebody got to get there.
Yeah.
Oh man, Victor, if you make more money than your husband or boyfriend, can he still lead the family?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Because he
A
can
real
bring more to the
woman.
table than money. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
And a real woman is not gonna hold that over your head. A real
Right.
woman is not gonna be that. I make more money, you make more money. We all gonna eat.
no, it's our money.
Yes.
It's our money, and we all gonna eat. And
Definitely.
And big,
And especially if you're talking about a marriage.
right. That's what I was going to say.
Right.
The problem is when you throw boyfriend in there. No, boyfriend
Yeah.
does not get the same privileges as my husband.
And he can't lead me nowhere unless he leads me to the altar to make me his wife.
Hallelujah, preach.
But I'm good over here. I'm just saying.
Preach.
Ah!
And I wonder how it goes, because I've been married for a long time, so I see people struggling with this a lot, and I wonder, like, how does that even work now? Like, are we teaching these young men, these boys who think they're men, who want to get in these relationships and do all that? Are we teaching them how to be okay with a woman who makes more money, or how to be okay? You know what I mean? Like, what's being taught? Like, I know you should want to instill those values early, because I shouldn't have to be teaching you when you come to me how to lead or all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, Chan.
I mean, it is 2021, and a lot of women are, in positions now of making more money than
Right.
their significant other. I mean, there's no question there. That's just, it is what it is. But I mean, even if I am making more money than my significant other, I still want him to lead.
Right.
I still want him to be the man.
And
I don't want to come across as, oh, well, I make more money than you, so I feel like I should be the bread. I should be the one that's wearing the pants in the house. I should be the one that's leading things. I should be the one that's controlling things around here. No, I don't know. I mean, you still the man. I'm not going to belittle you just because you make less than me. No, you
We
still the
got
man.
to pay bills.
Still got to do
That's who running the house. Honestly, the bills.
Exactly.
The light bill.
I think,
like, I don't care. Pay it.
kind of like Sha'Nika said, are the men okay if the woman makes more? Like, and the reason I say that is it's a paradigm shift now. Like Veronica said, women are in position to make more money, but is the man okay with the fact that his woman makes more? And when you have, now some women can cut men down and be emasculating or whatever, but some women are not. And if you're not okay with that within yourself, you're going to project insecurities that you feel onto the marriage, onto the situation. So is the man okay with the woman making more money?
Well, I mean, and that's when you separate men from boys.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a real man will appreciate that.
Right.
But if y'all think about it, when a woman is with somebody who makes a significant amount of money more than them, You know, they're like, you know, oh, she just with him for the money, or she's a gold digger, or all the. I mean, those are the things that you get when you make somebody who doesn't make as much. And I'm not saying that that's every situation. I'm just saying the where I've been seeing that lately.
That's society.
Just on social media. Yeah, society says, oh, she's a gold digger.
I want the coins too.
But why just the woman though? But they never call a man a gold digger. Rarely. They rarely call a man a gold digger when he dates a woman who has a significant amount of money, more than him. If she makes more, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about double standards, like okay for men, but not women. You know what I mean? But
and what's wrong with a woman, or me in particular, expecting financial, I don't want to say gain from my significant other, but
security, that's the word.
What's wrong with, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong with me being with somebody who makes more money and being okay with him providing or doing things for me that my lifestyle wouldn't allow? It doesn't mean that I don't have anything to bring to the table.
Right. And that doesn't mean I'm using him for his money either.
And if I'm with you, I do expect you to help. I do expect certain, I mean, that's just what it is.
I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, we're in it together.
Right.
So I definitely feel like you should help.
And it
is. And Tori, your face is not shiny. Don't follow Victor up. You wiping your face.
I see you wiping.
Right. Just because
my
Victor
face was shiny for real.
I see you wiping.
Oh man,
that's
Victor
my natural glow, Victor. I can't wipe this off. That's my natural glow.
Right. We have listen. We are glowing.
That's my aura.
We're glowing.
That's
Vic, you always gotta take our conversations to the left. We're enjoying it, but it's always you.
It's always. Well,
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Victor, but thank you for this. I enjoyed it.
You just did.
So Victor, one more time, and then I'm going to Sammy question. Victor says, so if you teach a man how to be a leader, can he truly lead you?
I can't teach him how to be a man. I'm not one.
But a leader, not a man.
Can you teach him how to lead?
There's a difference, though. There's a slight difference.
Yeah.
Okay, Deanna, look at it like this. Can you, when you're in a new, let's say you're in a new relationship or a new situation, whatever, you have to teach a man what you like, don't like, how to love you, care for you, whatever. Isn't that like the same thing? In a sense. Let me show you how to handle me. You know, I'm just saying.
When I think about leading, think about leading, I'm generally thinking of leading the household, leading the family, things like that. I don't know.
Gotcha.
I mean, some things I'm gonna naturally be better than him at, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Vic means. I don't know.
I don't mind following. That's all I can say. You can lead me as long as you leading me in the right direction. Yeah. Don't lead me to foolishness.
Hey, exactly, Sha'Nika. Like, don't lead me to no foolishness. I'm all about your leadership. I'm all for it.
We can have coachings and everything. Take it call center style. You want to be coached? Here's your areas of improvement. Let's work this thing on out.
Right.
You gotta communicate. I think that's the main foundation. Like, communicate. I think communicate your intentions early so that y'all can be on the same page. So you won't be 6 months in or a year in talking about leading and following and all. No, that should be established from the beginning. Those are foundation questions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Sammy says, when the system took the black man out of the household, who are going to teach the young black man how to lead a household? That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Right.
I don't have the answer.
When the system took the black man out of the household, who are going to teach how to lead a household?
The mothers can try.
When you say system, are you referring to like incarceration and
all of it?
Life circumstance, everything. Okay.
One parent household.
Yeah, you.
So that's when I think the community steps in, where other men who see single moms struggling over here with little Bobby and little Joey, and they start like big brother programs or fatherhood initiatives and things like that, they come in and they help support, because as a woman, I'm a single mom, but
Definitely
as
take
a
a
single mom,
village.
I can do the best I can, but there's just some things I can't teach my son because I'm not a
Right.
man.
Right.
Right.
So I thank God, for his dad being in his life. And I also thank
Yes.
God for my village,
Mhm.
because they take a lot of that slack. So it's the village. Like they said, it's the village. So yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Brothers, uncles,
mhm,
Yeah,
dads,
family. Yeah, I
family.
think,
Yeah.
and I would just
You,
like to say that also the whole men, as far as it's important to be consistent in these boys' life. I feel
definitely.
like consistency is so important. Like you
right.
have to show up for these
Mhm.
boys and girls too, but especially these boys, especially with what's going on in the world. You have to have
Mhm.
those tough conversations with them when they're old enough and prepare them for the world,
Mhm.
because we as black women don't know what black men endure on a daily
Sure don't.
basis. So they have to have those conversations, and like Veronica said, uncles, cousins, and I think,
Mhm.
and it's one thing we're in this, and I hate that the village honestly doesn't exist as well as it used to, because we're in the don't say nothing to my child, or don't but your child might need
Yeah.
something that you can't provide for them. You're doing your child a disservice because you want to be right or you
Right.
want to be in control. But your child is fraction, or and there's some single dads out there who are making it happen.
Oh,
Mhm.
definitely.
And the women, they need that too, but it's just like, let's put the kids first. I think take all the other, and I don't care. Like if you're like Deanna, you're saying you're a single mom, and your son and has a relationship with his dad. That's good, because I think some women can't put their issues aside with the father,
Right.
so the child suffers.
The child
So I
suffers all the
commend you
time.
for that. I commend you for that.
Right.
And my mom was a single mom, and I tip my hat off to my mother, because that was his choice
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
make his choices, but she never kept me from him or anything like that. So I commend you for that, Deanna. And I think as women, we have to find those things for those boys. If you have to take your son to the barbershop, talk to his barber and say, hey, do you have some time to, his coaches, if he plays sports, do you have some time? Like, reach out.
But
Yeah.
Because
the
But
we're not mind readers. I mean, they're
a,
not mind readers. I'm just saying,
a
you
lot of
know.
women are afraid of that, or
Yeah.
I don't even know if the word would be afraid. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Ashamed.
Oh, Shane, I get that. Because they feel
You
like
know.
they may have failed as a parent.
But not just that. Um, it's your no. It's your normal. It has been normalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Right.
single parent home has been normalized. Like I don't know anything else. Like I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've been in relationships, but I've never lived with a guy. I never cohabitated, things like that. So it's normal for me as a single mom to pretty much do everything as sole caregiver of my son. So that's
Right.
normal for me. It shouldn't be,
Right.
Right.
but it is. So the positions that we're in, so many things are normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Victor, for taking
What
us
do I
off
do?
topic
As
as
always.
usual.
Victor,
Per
that's your
usual.
Victor do that all the time.
Yes. And that's the tea. I don't mind because I definitely jump topics real quick.
Yeah.
But Sha'Nika, we're
Hmm.
gonna wrap this up because we're going on 2 hours, and
Okay.
I appreciate you, my dear.
I
Um,
thank y'all so much for having me on.
Sha'Nika's book is called "I Hate Her." It's gonna be some powerful stuff in there. I Hate Her. Available tomorrow. Amazon. Red cover. Be sure that y'all go on Amazon tomorrow. Click on buy now and purchase that book.
And also, like I said, follow me, Poetic Arrogance, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And Sha'Nika Graham, if you want to laugh at my everyday shenanigans, feel free. I will accept your friend request, even if I don't know you, because I'm just, I'm trying to. We're gonna be slanging books, so if you don't want no book slanging,
Okay.
you might want to just stay at the house. But we slanging books.
Slang
Ask me
books,
about my
baby.
book.
That's
Okay,
right.
but I appreciate you, Veronica, Tori. It was so nice meeting you. I think
Nice
Deanna
meeting you
is
too.
gone, but I enjoyed this. Y'all have to
Yes.
have me back sometime. I would love to
Of
come back,
course.
and I appreciate y'all.
Of course, my sister. That's what sisterhood is about. We got each other backs. We got to start supporting one another out here.
Always
And
support is love.
yes, that's what it's about. That's where each of our blessings are coming from.
Come on.
Mhm.
We have to show each other love, man. Once again, I Hate Her is the name of the book. Available tomorrow, Amazon, and it was announced right here live on the T, baby.
Hey,
Sha'Nika, I appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all. Y'all
And
have a
just
good night.
you too. Hang on tight for me. Tori,
Yeah, I ain't going
of
nowhere.
course. Thank you so much, Tori, for sitting in with us. My girl Tori with ooh.
What you about to say? You better say something crazy. Don't do it.
I'm gonna leave it alone. Keep the Faith podcast, my girl Tori. Be sure you check her out. Big things are coming for her. New podcasts on the way. Well, not new podcast, but a new platform
Yeah.
for her podcast. Keep the
Yeah.
Faith podcast. Yes. My girl Tori, thank you so much. I don't know what happened to Deanna. She's been having internet issues all night. So shouts out to Deanna for sitting in with us tonight as well. It was ladies' night again tonight. And always appreciate when the ladies join me right here on the T. And I appreciate all of you for leaving your comments, all of you from watching the T tonight. Much love for you guys. Thank you so much. And if you would like to be a guest on Tangy Tea of Life, email me like Sha'Nika did today, and I got her right on tonight.
Clutch.
Email me.
I appreciate that.
tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. And you can inbox me right here on the T page or my personal messenger, Veronica Samuel. Yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for joining us for the T tonight. Always fun. We'll be going back through these comments and seeing if we need to answer any of them. But guys, have a great night. It's Thursday, so that means the weekend is here. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, man.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day to the mothers. To the mothers.
So blessed to still have our mothers in our lives. If you still have your mother, yes, show her mad love this weekend. Hug up on her. Give her flowers while she's still living. Amen. Mothers are so important. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Woo.
And praying for the ones that are, that this holiday is hard for you. Yes. We're praying for you because I have a few friends that this weekend is going to be difficult. So yes, I'm praying for you guys as well.
Definitely praying for those people who are dealing with that this weekend. I know it's tough.
Yes. But guys, have a great weekend.
You too. You too.
And God willing, we'll check you back out here Tuesday.
Hey.
On the T. Good night,
guys. Good night.
Bye.